Welcome to the Senior Network. I am Becky Davis, joined by my friend Nona Story and co-worker at the Cypress of Hilton Head. Welcome. Welcome. It's always fun for us to sit and talk to each other, and we like to feed off of our enthusiasm about the Cypress. That there's no secret about that. And but I know before we sat down, we were talking about how we just recently were looking at the folks who just moved to the Cypress. We are into the fall, and so we're looking at the past members who have moved to the Cypress,
and why.
And why, right, exactly. And surprisingly, or not, I don't know, 30%, close to 30%, were parents of children who already live in the Hilton Head, Bluffton area. And the children brought their parents here from Florida, Ohio,
New York,
yeah. They hit all the regions, even Montana. So to that point, and I know you know the answer because I would have asked it if I didn't know that you knew the answer. Why do you think the children are choosing the Cypress for their parents?
Well, a lot of reasons. First of all, as we know, the last 3 or 4 years, we've had this influx of people who are purchasing real estate on the island in Bluffton, just because they want to get away from the traffic or whatever it is that they're dealing with in the north, and be here. And so I think partly they want to share their happiness and their paradise, with their families, which happen to be their parents. But I also think that these folks that have moved here are wanting the best for their parents, and they are thinking, well, if my parents were closer, it would just be so much better, but yet they don't want to be responsible for their parents
or have their parents live with them.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Nor do their parents want to.
Exactly.
They want
mutual.
their parents to feel independent, which they should be.
Right. Yeah.
And so they have chosen the Cypress, and of course they do all the preliminary meetings and questions and all that stuff, and then they bring their parents.
They vet us.
Yeah, yes, they do, very carefully.
Yeah.
And I think the appeal of the Cypress is that we're so independent. Our members are just so independent
and active.
And I say this to everybody all the time: none of us are from here.
Right.
Is the Cypress a friendly community? Well, yeah, and all of us who live here in this area are friendly, because we feel like we all live in paradise, right? But then those folks that choose to move to the Cypress also are not from the area. So we've got a really great mix of locations that people are from, and professions that they've had, and it's just not a cliquey type of community.
And also too, regarding the services of the Cypress, I had a daughter in my office just yesterday who was saying, I want my mom to stop cooking. My mom is tired of cooking, and she's tired of planning the meals. She's tired of shopping for the meals. I want to know, your meal program is so impressive,
right?
With the fine dining and the meal delivery at no charge.
Well, it's actually the same reasons that anyone moves to the Cypress. The women are saying they don't want to cook anymore,
right?
And the men are saying, well, I don't want to worry about house repairs and roof replacements and all that stuff.
But I still want to be fed.
Right. So their children are thinking the same thing. Right. I don't want dad to be bogged down with all the maintenance and that type
But they
of thing.
still want them to be very active. They want them walking and engaging.
Yes. And being a part of all the activities and the exercise classes. I will say this, though. I've had to mention to people a few times that, if you're, people will say, oh, well, my mom will be just so social if she lives here. Well, is she social now? No. But then I have to kind of have that conversation. Well, that's not going to change. But she'll still have
she will find her way.
socialness around her, you know.
Well, I absolutely love this conversation.
Me too.
And I just love getting to know our members and their families as well on top of it.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll see you soon.